what was this other question? What was the second
How
question?
many did you want?
Oh, my number was always three, and I'm pregnant with my third one now. As you guys can see, I got a little mommy brain right now, but I'm pregnant with my third child now. Will be 8 months on Friday, but so I wanted three. Now my husband said he wanted seven, but that ain't gonna happen because I'm not like I gotta carry this baby 7 times. They are a blessing. I love children.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of In Real Life with Siobhan. And I have another very special guest, my girl, Ja'Erra.
Hi,
We
hello.
have been virtually friends for like 2 years now. The
Yes,
first time I met her was last month. So, yeah,
in
that's
person. Yes,
the first time. It really has been about 2 years since I've known about y'all. It's been a while, maybe three. It might 2 or 3 years now, but they live in Charlotte. Her and her husband
yes,
live in Charlotte with my friend Drew, who's also been on the show. So I will be making some trips out more to Charlotte since I live
yes. We
closer.
enjoyed you. We enjoyed you here.
Live closer now. Detroit was a little bit further away,
Ooh,
but now
Detroit. Yeah.
Atlanta is a hop, skip, and a jump. So
Oh yeah.
better. So as y'all can tell in the title box here that we are going to be talking about motherhood. And I just wanted to
Yay.
get motherhood from like a millennial's perspective. Um,
Somebody that got a
I,
whole bunch of kids.
listen, a lot of my friends who have kids have like 2 or 3 kids. So
Okay.
yeah, you not like the outsider.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, actually, yeah, one of my friends, and basically I call her my sister, she had her baby like last month. So she just had her
Oh
baby.
wow.
And she had a girl, so maybe she took
Oh.
your girl. Maybe that's
Yeah, I think a lot of people is taking my girls because all I keep having is boys. But you know what? It's all good.
it's all good. Did you want kids in the first place? Like when you were younger, before, pre kids Ja'Erra, did she want kids?
Oh
And
yes.
wanted kids, how many did you want? Did you have like a set number?
Um, of course I've always wanted kids. Like, when you're young, you got your little baby doll and you're like, oh, I'm be a great mother. But I've always wanted kids ever since I was young. And I'm old right now. That's why I say ever since I'm young. But what was this other question? What was the second
How
question?
many did you want?
Oh, my number was always three, and I'm pregnant with my third one now. As you guys can see, I got a little mommy brain right now, but I'm pregnant with my third child now. Will be 8 months on Friday, but so I wanted three. Now my husband said he wanted seven, but that ain't gonna happen because I'm not like I gotta carry this baby 7 times. They are a blessing. I love children.
Do y'all have
My
twins
children.
on each side of the family?
He has twins
Um,
on both sides of his family. On his mother's side, I believe, and on his dad's side, there's twins.
Who child?
So if we get pregnant again and I have twins, that's gonna be 5 kids, and yeah, that would be an experience.
Oh,
But yeah, I wanted
feeling
three.
like he about to like carry one of them. That's the thing.
See, I mean, right? Like y'all
You
don't,
ain't
they
gotta
don't have to
carry the
carry them,
baby.
or go through the labor or none of that. So
Yeah. Oh, child. Okay. So what's the thing that surprised you the most when you first became a mother? So when little Kanan came into the world, you had him for a minute. What was something that surprised you about being a mother that you didn't think, or nobody ever told you?
well, when when you're young and younger and don't have children, it's like glitz and glam. It's like, oh, I can play dress up, it's gonna be cute with my stroller. But one thing, we could dress a lot, all that stuff. But one thing that surprised me the most is, not getting any sleep at all. and that's from the time that they're born. And the oldest one is 3. He'll be 4 on the 20th. So it's like you get no sleep. That surprised me the most. But and it's also, having somebody that depends on you for like everything. Like you have to always be like strong. You have to always be strong, no matter how you're feeling. If you're in pain, like right now, I gotta get my wisdom tooth pulled tomorrow, and I can't show no pain because like I have children depending on me. They're depending on me. I have to I can't just tap out and be like, okay, you know what, y'all gonna have to just go sit over there. I still have to be mommy. So, that was a quite of a surprising thing to me. Is like, oh, I got somebody depending on me
It's the
24/7.
sleep. It's the sleep for me because I
It's
like
the
my
sleep for you.
sleep.
Well, when you have your children, you're not gonna get no sleep. You might as well for
No
a while.
sleep. I like naps,
No.
Jay. I like them a lot.
People tell you to nap when
They
they nap, but it's like you have so much to do because you're so busy with them when they're awake. So when they go to sleep, like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this. So it's like kind of hard to even nap because your mind is racing. Like, I got so much stuff I got to do. So yeah, you can
I feel
kiss
that
sleep
to a certain
goodbye.
extent. To a certain extent, when I'm babysitting, like when I had my cousin when I was back in Michigan, I would have her, and when she did take a nap, it's like, okay, I can get this done. I can clean up because the house look a mess.
Oh
Or her
yeah.
parents coming home being like, what is going on? So
Yes.
yeah, okay, so
Definitely.
pregnancy. You on your third
Yes.
one, y'all. She done been pregnant 3 times. Shout out to her.
Woo! Back to back. I've been pregnant since I've been married. I got
Yeah.
married in I got married in 2016. I got pregnant on my honeymoon. So like I was pregnant immediately. So it's like I didn't get to have that first like, oh, I'm a new wife. No, I'm a new wife and I'm pregnant. So it was a lot going on.
Mhm.
And then I got pregnant again. What was that? 2018. Had Jaden in 2019, and I'm pregnant now. Wait, when when did I have Jaden?
Wait, he just turned 2, right?
He'll be 2.
No.
Jaden is he's not even 1.5 yet. Jaden will
Oh,
be 2 in May. He just turned 1.
1. That's what it was. I was thinking of the pictures of his birthday party, and I didn't know if it was 1 or 2.
I
Okay,
had
keep
1 year break. In 2017, I had 1 year break, but I've been pregnant ever since then.
third pregnancy. What is okay? So we hear about pregnancy. You see it. Speaking from a person who ain't had kids yet, possibly we don't know if we want them yet. And you see them on Instagram. They be cute. They be having their little baby buffs and stuff. But it's some downsides to
Oh
pregnancy that
yeah.
I didn't know about. Like I heard when you get pregnant, your hair grow, your nails grow. Like I heard all these wonderful things, and then recently I heard like some people's hair fall out and like
Yeah.
they have deficiencies and
Everybody's pregnant is different, so it's like it's not like a particular like formula that every pregnant woman is going to go through. Um some people lose hair like around. I know with me, after I had Kanan, my hair came out like around the edges,
that's what
and that happens. I've heard that a lot, when you have when you have babies, like at first it comes out, but it grows right back. It's not like
listen. I
you're
need my
balding.
edges.
Yeah, it gets some that happen, and it happened with me with a little Kanan, but they got like really thin after I had him. But like I said, everybody's experience with pregnancy is different. So some people hair fall out. Some people have a just like an amazing pregnancy where they always full of energy. And a lot of people say, oh, my hair gets thicker. People think that when you're pregnant your hair gets thicker and longer, when actually the reason why your hair appears that way is because it's not shedding. Your hair, while you're pregnant, for some reason your hair don't shed, so it appears fuller. And then after they have a baby, that's when your hair starts shedding. So they're like, oh my gosh, my hair's falling out. And it's really not falling out. It just didn't shed while you're while you're pregnant.
Okay.
Yes. I learned that. I was like, oh, okay, that's some good information to know.
Cause I'd be scared, like, oh no, you just took
Yeah.
my cousin, she had, so everybody knows about my little cousin Kylie, which a lot of people think is my niece, which makes sense. But she's my second cousin. And when Brittany had Kylie, she was like, her hair was growing before she had Kylie. Like, she has really pretty thick hair. And then after
Mm-hmm.
Kylie, like, her hair, like, she was like, girl, I lost my hair. Kylie took my hair out. I'm like,
So it's just finally shedding now.
it's just finally shedding now. So that's good to know.
Yes.
So what about post-pregnancy? Because I've heard about postpartum. And did you go through that? Like, did you go through some rough
Definitely.
patches?
Yes, I did. I definitely did. I know, and it's because your hormones are going crazy, so it's like, you're emotional, and then you go through this like, oh, I gotta, the pressure from the world or what you see on social media or on TV. It's like, oh, I have to get back, snap back, in shape and stuff. And if you have other children, you have to get back to reality. It's no more, it's like fast paced. And I know with I definitely dealt with that both after both pregnancies, but it's all about having people around you. You always need to have positive people surrounded around you all the time. Get your walks in that you need. Just take your time. Take time with yourself. 'Cause I know I'm thankful for my sister, because with my first child, like, I remember calling her like, oh my gosh, everything is just horrible. People think when they had the baby, they're like, oh, it's just gonna be a joyous time, and that's really, for a lot of people, that's really not how it is ever. You're just like, oh, I can't stand my life. So I'm thankful for my sister, because like I would call her, she would pray with me, she would, talk to me, she would come over and spend time with me. And you just surround yourself with positive people, you can get through it. You can really
It
get
was
through
that
it. But
no sleep. That's what it was.
I mean, and it probably was, because I didn't get no sleep at all. Like, no sleep, and I still don't, but it's okay. It's all
We
good.
gonna get to the deep stuff of the postpartum, but I forgot to ask you about the pregnancies. Has each pregnancy been different, or have they been the same?
Um, let's see. I pretty much dealt with like morning sickness and stuff with every pregnancy, but with the first one, with Kanan, with my first child, oh my gosh, he kicked my butt. It was horrible. I was like, I'm not having no more kids. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible. Like, I had it until I was like 5 months pregnant. I was like sick, but
Mm-hmm.
after that, it was fine. And but it got better each pregnancy. Each pregnancy has been a little easier for me, like, because I know what to expect. With your first child, it's new, and you kind of figuring things out as you go. But now with the third one, it's like, it's a little easier. The only thing that I'm dealing with now is this wisdom tooth pain.
Ain't
I
nothing
didn't have to
like
deal with
that's a
that.
different type of special pain. Like,
But it is. But imagine it when you're pregnant, you can't really take nothing for it. So, and then with pregnancy, because of your hormones and the blood flow, it's harder. It hurts even more than the average, like, pain, wisdom tooth pain. So
mm-mm.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
you
okay,
need to get that taken out
Oh,
ASAP.
it is. It's tomorrow. It's going.
So going back to the post pregnancy, I've heard horror stories about, like,
Really?
you have to wear like a diaper for like a certain amount of time.
Well, like I say,
Your
it's
body
all
don't
different.
snap back.
I mean, yeah, your body, like, men don't understand what our bodies go through. Like, they enjoy, making the baby, with you. But it's like our bodies women go through so much, like, and, God has really equipped us to, like, with all this tremendous strength to be able to bear children and to have them, and to, like, our bodies to go through so many changes. Um, to answer your question, like I said, each pregnancy is different. At the hospital, they do offer diapers,
Mhm.
because, like, and it's not like a strap diaper that you would put on the baby. It just looked like some oversized panties, but they do offer that, because you're bleeding a lot, and that's because the excess, blood after having the baby is being, pushed out. You know, your like uh organs and stuff are starting to move back into place, because they move back
Mhm.
when you're pregnant. So it's like, that extra blood that was like supporting the baby is coming out,
Do
and it's like
you feel
draining.
all of that? Like, happening after the baby?
No,
Oh, okay.
you don't feel it at all. Like for me, I don't feel anything. It just, because God made our bodies to just like, the term snap back.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, it moves back, back to where, even after you have the baby, your belly button like moves and it has to go back to the right place and everything. It's a lot our bodies go through. It's crazy.
What is
Look
the
at you.
most
You're
stress?
like,
The
oh my God.
stress.
Don't be stressed. It's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. It's very beautiful. And, you will love it when you have your children.
Learn. What is the most learned or the most valuable lesson you learned since being a mother?
One of the most valuable lessons that I've learned is, patience, and not to be so hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times I know with me, it's like you want to be, with being married as well. It's like I want to be superwoman. I want to be able to be the perfect wife, the perfect mother. I want to be able to provide everything that I can for my children. I don't want them to like, want for nothing, whether it be financially, physically, emotionally. And you can't do that. You can't be all things to, and so it's like you have to take the pressure off of yourself and allow yourself grace. You know what I mean? It's like, because it's like you're gonna mess up. You're
Mm-hmm.
not superwoman. You can't be everything to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, I've learned that. And I know you said one thing, but also patience. Me, I've always been like somebody that's like, okay, like everything got to be right. That's me. I've been a perfectionist. And
Uh-huh.
it's like with children, it's like you have to have patience. They may, one maybe screaming like I got two toddlers. One may be screaming to the top of their lungs. The other one's crying. One's pulling on you. So it's like, okay, I can't spaz out on my kids. So I just need to take a deep breath. And if they're okay, if diapers are changed and they're fed and they're not hurt, it's gonna be okay. Just,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta tune it out. You gotta learn how to tune it out. And you can't be, like I said, you can't be all things to them, all the time.
Yeah, just knowing from babysitting the kids, they be wilding out, and
Oh
especially
yeah.
because it's a special time now because of COVID, and they've been
Oh yeah.
cooped up
Oh
for
yeah.
days and
So,
months now. So that's
oh
a
yeah.
whole different like
Oh yeah.
patience is on a
Definitely.
whole different level. Like you just don't take stuff as serious no more. You just
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
you
all right,
can't. You gotta chill, and like even when they're in their moods, you're gonna be okay. There's nothing I can do about it. We can't go nowhere. You want to go somewhere, you're bored. Let's be creative. I don't know what else to tell you.
how have you established because I've heard this before too, as far as like moms losing themselves and like
Oh yeah,
being a mom, and like how have you
definitely.
established like mom and Ja'Erra, because you were a person before you became a
Oh yeah.
mom.
Well, first off, like with becoming a mother, like what, to me, in my person, what I believe is like I put my wants and needs on like second, on the
Mhm.
back burner, because of course my kids are so young, they're so dependent upon me. But it's like you have to establish, you can't like you go through those moments where you're like, who am I? What do I do? Like you just be like, I don't know if I'm coming or going. All I feel like, so it's like you have to make a separation. Like with me, I had to learn the hard way. I was so like attached to, and I, still am, but attached to it by kids. Like I had to be around them 24/7.
Mhm.
And it's like, no, they're gonna be okay. If you have them with family or whoever you trust, and you pray over them, they're protected. It's like you have to establish it. You have to like take time for yourself, even if it's like, okay, like for example, earlier today, I was like, honey, I'm getting ready to go to Target. I'll be gone for 30, 45 minutes. I'll be back home. And that's, stuff like that. You have to do that so you can have time to think. Like me, I'm a stay-at-home mother, so it's baby talk all the time. And my husband works full time. So I talk to kids all day. So it's
Let
like
me.
you
Can I talk to an adult, please? Adult.
yeah, I just want to talk to an adult. And then when I get around an adult, they be like, oh, she talked too much. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just, I just talk to kids all day. I need somebody to talk to. Just please forgive me. Just listen to me. That's all. I just need an ear. But it's like, yeah, you have to like establish time, your own personal alone time away from the children. So you can have time to think, and you can have time to spend time with God, and talk to him. And you just have to, like, right now I have a special thing that I'm working on, a business, a venture that I'm working on, and it's really, really hard to do. right now, being that I'm 8 months pregnant and I have two toddlers, but I have to like set out the time. Like, okay, you guys are gonna be okay. This is mommy's time. This is what mommy's gonna do. And
Mhm.
sometimes my time to myself is in like when they go to sleep and I'm taking my shower or going to the restroom and just closing the door. But it's like, you have to get it in whenever you can. Look at your face, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know about that. But my thing is, I have two. My kids are so. I've had my kids back to back, and
Yeah,
they're so close in age. So
they are.
that's even more.
But I
So
mean,
it's
they grow up together, so then you'll be done.
oh
You know
yeah.
what
See,
I'm
that's why I'm doing it that way. Y'all. We not about to have a 14-year-old and a 2-year-old. That's not gonna work.
No, how did you get here? Like what?
All right. That's not gonna work for the Greers.
That's
No.
how my mom is. My mom has, well, it's 5 of them total, and it's all
Hmm.
girls. So they had like every 2 years they had a kid, and then my mom was like 6 years later after the fourth kid,
Wow.
and they was
See.
like, "What?"
See. I can't do that. No.
She said, I
I
can't
know.
do it."
I mean, for people who do that, hey, that's do your thing. But for me, I don't know if I could do that.
What is the difference between, now looking back, the difference between pre-baby Ja'Erra and post-baby Ja'Erra?
Well, pre-baby Ja'Erra was a little bit more ratchet. You know, I was a little more ratchet, or like, so like, how can I put this? I think my kids have calmed me down a little bit. Now I ain't talking about like ratchet, like on the pole and stuff like that. Nah, not none of that. But it was like, far as my personality, I've always had like, um, well, people don't really know this about me, but I actually am a shy person. You wouldn't pick that up, but I know how to cut it on and off.
Mhm,
But before then, I was a little more like feisty. You know
mhm.
what I mean? To like what people and they have kind of softened, maybe soft. Or I would not. I ain't gonna even say falsy. I mean, not falsy, but feisty. I was kind of like I don't want to say hard. You know what I mean? I wasn't that
You was a
mushy,
little
mushy.
firecracker.
Yeah, I wasn't that little mushy, mushy, gushy. Like, oh,
No. Uh-huh.
that. But now they have really like made me so soft. Like I am so soft. I am. And they have really changed me for the better, but I really, really love them. Like, but I have definitely changed far as, especially with my priorities and things that like me, I've always been into fashion. So,
Mhm,
shopping, for myself, getting anything I wanted, like, oh, I gotta, get this
mhm,
outfit every week or like, go shopping. But now it's all about my kids. Like now it's like when I go to the store, I don't care about myself. I always want to get them and make
mhm.
sure that they're straight or making sure that they look nice. So they're
And
first
they
now.
be crispy too, y'all. That's what.
Thank you. Me and they daddy be trying to do a little something. We trying to do a little
Baby
something.
had on some J's. I said, "What is going on here?" We matching
But
today.
it's crazy because little Kanan is just like my husband. He loves like he's so into like shoes and clothes.
Mhm,
And now my 3-year-old who will be soon be 4, he's totally into shoes and clothes.
mhm,
Like he has to have. He'll go outside and be like, I can't wear these outside. I can't wear these in the grass. It's gonna get dirty. I'm like, boy, if you don't go play, you just sound just like your daddy. Like the bottom of them gonna get dirty. They're supposed to get dirty on the bottom, Kanan.
their
It's
shoes.
okay. But his daddy's like that, and I'm just like, Lord have mercy. But yeah, I love it though.
Okay. So the last question, they are some sweethearts. Will and Jalen.
Jaden,
Jaden. I'm sorry,
you
little
sound like his
Jaden.
grandfather. His grandfather called him Jalen. It's okay.
Jaden, because I have a little nephew named Jalen, so I'm putting them two together.
Oh, it's okay.
Jaden, he is my buddy. Like I met
He's
him.
so
This is the first time he ever met me, even knew who I was, and he let me hold
he's
him.
so
So I
sweet.
was like, "Yeah, we buddies now."
He's a sweetheart.
Uh,
He's totally different than his brother was. Yeah.
he is. He seems like he's more quiet and observant than Kanan is. No,
No.
he's not. Okay,
Jay is he'll a turn up. He'll a turn up,
he a
baby.
little turn. He a little turn up.
Yes. He's
He
a little
wasn't
more
acting like that with
outgoing
me. He was chill.
because he's sleepy. It was early in the morning. He was
It was.
sleepy.
We was here. I was looking. I was like, "Listen, we gotta chill out right here." So my
Yeah,
last
he was sleepy.
question is:
Okay.
What advice would you give to people who are considering, specifically women, people, the youngsters, as you call them, who are considering to have kids but not quite sure yet? Because from what I heard before you answer, like, make sure you really want them before you have them. Like, don't just be like, hey, here we go,
Well,
I had a kid.
my advice is to never look at children like they're a burden. They're all blessings. Children are like they're blessings, and you can't take somebody else's experience and then try to make it your own because everybody has their own experience. Or you can't be like, it's easy to say when you're young and you have your own personal like time and space to say, I don't know if I want kids yet, but it's like that mindset totally changes when you're in that season. You're not in that season right now, so your mindset, that's not your mindset right now. But when you're in that season, it's just like it's just a beautiful, amazing thing being able to raise somebody and to be able to instill different things that values and things in them. So it's like, you know, each season, comes with, a different attitude. You know what I mean? So it's like me personally, like I said, I've always wanted children. I wanted children from the jump. So it's like I was excited about it. And like I said, to reiterate what I said, just don't look at them as a burden. They're a blessing. And like they would change your whole like view and perspective about things. They were like I said, made me soft. They will like make you mushy and soft. Because it's not like having your own, coming from you,
Yeah, I guess that's what people have been asking. They're like, Shavon, you gonna have kids? I'm like, I don't think I won't have any, but my mindset right now is like, I just got on my own for real. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't go off to college. I just stayed, like, I stayed on campus 1 year, but for majority of the time I've been at home. So like now
Yeah.
when I moved, it's been a year and a month since I've been on my own, and
And you're still
I'm in
young, so
that
it's
I'm
it's
in
no
that
rush.
mindset like, ooh, I'm on my own. Like I live by
Yeah.
myself. So I'm just like, yes, this is great.
And
Who
there's
would
nothing
ever
wrong with
would have
that. It's nothing wrong with that because when they come, everything changes and you're never on your own anymore until they're
ain't no
18.
more ain't no more of that. And because when they
Right.
come,
And you're
they come.
young.
So
Oh
I
yeah.
think by probably like 28-ish, I'm gonna be like, all right, I guess I'm ready for some kids. But right now, I'm like, I'm about to enjoy all of this time to myself. Like
Oh
I can
yeah.
wake up when I
But
want
you
to.
never know. That might change, whatever God's plan, because I had a age where I was like, okay, this age I'm going to, and that totally was out of my whole like plan that I wrote. So it's like, I'm not focused on my plans. It's like, Lord, let your will be done, what you want for my life. So it's like I can't be caught up in my plan so much that I be miserable. You know what I mean?
That's very
So
true. Because God good for being like, and then I be
right.
like, what's really happening?
Yeah.
What's really going
Because
on?
I got married at, I believe, 27. I think I was 27 or 28 or something like that. But, in my mind, I had it. By the time I'm 21, I'm going to be married. I'm going to, have
Oh,
my child already.
you
That's
wanna
how I was.
young.
Yeah. That's really how I was.
Okay.
But, it didn't happen quite that way, which is okay.
Actually, I
Not
kind of
enough.
did too. It was somebody's son that I met, and I thought he was gonna be my husband, and I was 21, and I like,
Oh.
according to that plan, Shavon at 21, I should have been married for like 4 years now. So I'm looking around like, well, but now I'm in a completely different space. It's kind of just like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever, whenever it happens.
Yeah.
Um,
It'll happen in due season when it's supposed to, when it's time.
Supposed to. Well, thank you, Jay, for doing this with me.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, because
I
I
can
was gonna.
talk.
I know you said like you actually a shy person, but I always thought, I always kind of knew. I was like, Kanan is more to like, hey y'all, and she was
Yeah.
okay. Like I'm gonna bring it out when I feel like it, but I'm kind
Yeah.
of feel
It's
it.
I've always been kind of like reserved to myself, sometimes, but I can't with in ministry and with my husband do. Like he's completely changed me completely because I'm like, look, I'm cool at the
I'm
house.
sitting
I
over
don't
here.
care. Yeah, I'm good. Like,
That's
But
why
I
I had to
definitely
ask.
come.
I'm like, if you want to, you don't have to. I can't ask him
Oh
because
yeah.
he's not a woman, so he not. We can talk about
he'll try.
motherhood.
He'll try to answer. You know how the men do, but they can't answer it like us.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
I thank you so much for doing this.
no
I
problem.
will let y'all
Thank you.
know when the next episode will be. The next one is always gonna be a good one. I think it's about my friend who decided to like quit his job
Wow.
and pursue his dreams. So that might
Yes, I love
I'm
it.
not sure yet, but yeah, I will see y'all next week.